What is up, everybody? I'm Get Flanged, and welcome to episode 3 of How to Solo Queue to Platinum. Yesterday, I put out episode 2 where I gave you my number 1 tip for solo queuing on defense. Today, we're going to be focusing on the attacking side. Now, I will link yesterday's video up in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Make sure you go check that out when you're finished here if you haven't already. So the way that we're going to be doing this today is I'm going to give you my best tip for solo queue on attack. And you're going to see some clips from a couple of different games where I played and recorded myself playing those ranked matches live. This isn't from a stream. This is actually recorded live just for the sole purpose of this video. I wanted to show you me playing ranked and making adjustments and trying to work on these things that I'm going to talk about in this video. All right, so what is this tip? Well, I think the best advice I can give anybody when they're solo queuing on the attacking side is to try to apply direct pressure to the objective on every single round. And that sounds simple, but let me break it down for you a little bit more here. I think that as you're attacking, you need to go through kind of like a checklist, okay? And it doesn't matter what objective, it doesn't matter what map, you can apply this to every single attacking round, okay? First of all, try to get inside the map without dying, okay? That sounds obvious, but don't die to a spawn peak. If there's a spawn that's super risky, don't spawn there. Go somewhere else. The most important thing is you survive and get inside the map. Once you get inside the map as an attacker, good things start to happen, okay? So that's number one thing, get inside the map alive. Now, another part with that is when you're actually entering the map, you wanna have information on where you're entering. So keep your drones alive through the prep phase. Set your drones up where you're planning on entering the map. That way you know if it's safe to enter or not, and you don't die to somebody who's hiding in the corner of that room. Next thing is try to enter the map as close to the objective as you safely can. Don't enter the map on the other side and try to, crouch walk your way over. It can work, but you could also just end up being an easy kill to a defender who's roaming over there. And if you die in that scenario, you're more than likely not going to have a teammate to trade you out, and you really didn't do anything to help your team that round. So I suggest trying to enter the site directly above it, or really as close to it as you can. Just try and start applying pressure. And the final thing, and it kind of goes along with that, is try to play in the vicinity of your teammates. Now, when you're solo queuing, you're not in control of your teammates. They could all go to the other side of the map and you're not in control of that. So I understand that. But if you can, try to push with them. And basically what that's going to do two things. One, if you die, they can trade you out. Two, if they die, you're now getting a call out. Even if they never talk on the mic, you're getting a clue as to where an enemy can be based off of where they died. So you can maybe trade them out or get more information than you would if you were on the other side of the map. So that's why I suggest that. The last thing I'm going to say here as far as attacking when solo queuing is information. Once you're inside the map, try to get information for you and your teammates. Try to eliminate those deaths where you die to somebody who you didn't know existed. Like if you're dying in a gunfight straight up, they landed their shots, you didn't, fair enough. But if you die to somebody that you didn't know was there, there's really no excuse for that. You have drones as an attacker. You should be getting that information. Okay, let's get into some gameplay now, and the first clip you're going to see here is more of what not to do. Okay, this is a very bad attacking round for me, and then after that, we'll break it down a little bit, and then we'll get into some better rounds to show what to do. There's probably a goo mine on those stairs. Big thing here is you want your teammates to make a little bit of noise as well. Okay, so definitely somebody's playing green. Wow. Okay, don't get tunnel vision. Don't get tunnel vision. Wait. Where are they? What a messed up round, dude. Okay, so if you look at that round and compare it to the things that I said to focus on when you're attacking as a solo queuer, I really didn't accomplish any of them. The first thing that I want to point out is that very early into the round, I was droneless, okay? I droned out that Jaeger at the top of green, and then he shot my drone, and at that point, I didn't have any more drones, and there was maybe like 30 or 40 seconds left gone in the round. That's pitiful, and you're not going to have a lot of success when you can't get any information. So that's the first thing I would point out, and that's a failure in both the prep phase and that aspect of the round. The next thing is that after I realized the Jaeger was there, I went away from it, and you heard me tell myself, don't get tunnel vision, and that's true. You don't want to get tunnel vision, but compared to what I ended up doing, I would have been much better off just to throw a candela at the bottom of green and push and try and see what I could do there than what I ended up doing. I ended up going up to the windows, holding angles, not putting any pressure on the defense, and then I was an easy kill as I moved in to that doorway because I didn't know the frost was there. And that's what I mentioned before. Like, those are the deaths you want to avoid, okay? If I would have done a good job with my drones, I could have droned out that frost, maybe use my candelas to kill her if she's playing on red. And, it could have been a completely different round. But it's just a big failure there from me on all those things that I mentioned. So let's switch over to later in this match, and we'll talk about and look at the adjustments that I make when attacking that site again in overtime. I'm going to go up red this time. I'm going to kill that Jaeger. He's trying to play around green. That's the adjustment we're going to make. All right. So we're solo queuing. We're in overtime. We won the first defense. We got to go out and win the game, man. Right here. Go out and just win it. So they did have frost. Watch out for frost traps.
To go.
I think they're upstairs.
5 seconds before insertion. Your mission is to locate and defuse a bomb.
Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. She went up green, up green.
I'll try to get bandage. I got it.
Located bomb.
All right, I would love to have some information, but we're going to be peeking this blind. Let's go. All right, one's around pillbox. Okay, so a much better attacking round for me, and it started in the prep phase. I set up my drone where I was planning on entering the map, okay? I got enough information with my drone in the prep phase, but I didn't take a lot of risk with it, so it survived. Therefore, I was able to to drone out the area I wanted to push up, get information, know that it's clear, and then push based off of that, okay? One big thing in that round is that whenever I waited at the top of the stairs, The reason I was doing that is because you don't really want to be the first person to enter site. You don't want to be the first person to make noise when you're solo queuing. Let your teammates do some things on the map to draw some attention. So in that situation right there, Ace had opened that main wall, and as I come in, the Valkyrie was looking at the main wall, Bandit was looking at that main wall, and the Frost was all looking at that main wall. So all three of them looking at that main wall allowed me to get the 2 kills. If I had gone ahead and just gone straight into the door as I came up those stairs, one of them probably would have been looking at that door at that point because the wall wasn't open yet. Okay, so I think that was a really big key to that round. Now, while I didn't win that round single-handedly, I think that I did enough in getting those 2 kills to put my team in a good situation. I think it's fair to say that I had an impact on that round. And I think that's really the key. You know, if you, as an attacker, when you're solo queuing, if you can get 2 kills per round, you're putting your team in a position to succeed. Doesn't mean they're going to win every single one of those rounds. We all know they're going to throw some, okay? But if you do that enough, you're going to win 1 or 2 of those attacking rounds, and then when you go over to defense, you can usually close it out, okay? That's the really big thing. You don't have to win all 3 attacking rounds. Even just winning 1 attacking round, in my opinion, is like a big deal when you're solo queuing. So I think that what I showed you here, it sounds simple, you know, just put pressure on the defenders when you're attacking. And the easiest way to do that is to get information and know that you can enter a part of the map safely. Try and make that part of the map as close to the objective as you can, and then apply pressure. Keep your gun up and just, you know, hopefully get a few picks and put your team in a position to succeed. Try to eliminate those rounds where you don't accomplish anything, where you don't apply any pressure, where you sit on a window or the roof the entire time. Good things happen when you get inside the map. That's the biggest thing I want you to take away from this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you didn't catch the one I put out yesterday as far as defense, that's in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You can go check that out now. If you've enjoyed this, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.